What is up? So we are going to wait just a couple minutes though, to see if anybody does hop on live for this. I don't even know what time it is. All right, so it is 1:02. So just give me a couple minutes and then I'll kind of get into my spiel of stuff, okay? So just ignore me. All right. So let me just finish something. All right, so I wanted to go live. Hold on, let me get off this because I'm looking at two screens and I saw myself on the other screen. All right, so first off, happy Wednesday. Second off, gorgeous day here in Ohio. Sun's shining. Get outside if you can. That's all I can say. Third off, let's talk about my client Michelle a little bit in that last picture that I posted in this group and asked you guys and played a little game and asked you how much do you think she lost between November and then April, right? Yeah, November and April. So if you don't remember, which I wish I could share my screen on Facebook Lives, but you can't. But let me pull up the picture and so you guys can remember what I'm talking about. So this picture right here, if you can remember. So or you can just go back. It's on the page. So on the left side is when she was in November, and then on the right side was April. Well, this just last weekend. So how much did she lose? I put in some guesses. So what was the top guess? Hold on, let me pull that up. I feel like I'm not very organized, but I am organized. Don't worry. All right, so I put guesses of 40 pounds, 0 pounds, 20 pounds, and 12 pounds, right? So we had some people, let's see what everybody guessed. So Tanya guessed D, so she guessed the 12 pounds, which I think that was the most popular. Jennifer guessed 12 pounds. Angela guessed 0 pounds. Cinda guessed 20 pounds, and so did Angie. Guessed 20 pounds. So we actually had guesses on all of the answers that I had for you guys. So how much did she actually lose? So between those two pictures, that's what we're basing it off of, just those two pictures, she actually lost 0 pounds. She didn't lose any. No pounds. Now, between November and now, we have gone up and down on weight. So she has lost, she has gained, she has lost, she has gained. The typical normal weight loss trend, it's like this, right? But between those two pictures, it's 0 pounds. She didn't lose any between those two pictures. When you're going off of a number, when you're going off that number on the scale, she lost 0 pounds between those two pictures. Like I said, the journey between those two pictures has been a roller coaster ride, and yes, she has lost some weight, but clearly has gained the weight, well, gained per se weight back, right? Because between those two pictures, the scale says she has lost 0 pounds. Her scale is not broke. We did not modify those pictures. We didn't Photoshop them. We didn't do anything like that. Scale's not broke, nothing. Literally, this is what happens with a lot of women. A lot. But if you are basing your whole entire life off of that number on the scale, you are missing out. You're missing out. Because if she would have based everything off of that number on that scale, she would have gave up multiple times over the course of November and now. Multiple times. Every week, every day, she would want to give up almost. But she doesn't. She doesn't define her life. She doesn't even, she weighs herself every day. And I have most of my clients do that, ones who, are okay with that. There are some different situations where we just don't do that. But she weighs herself every day. She doesn't define her life by that number on the scale. And look at those pictures. Like I said, we did not Photoshop them. Those are accurate before and not after, before and now pictures, because we're not finished. The journey's not done. The journey will actually never be done. But right now, this is in the middle of the journey. And look at that. I mean, if you are not amazed by the fact that she had lost 0 pounds, if you didn't even know that that was possible, then you're missing out. And that's why I have all of my clients take before pictures. You have to have a starting point. You have to have these pictures, because if you just based your whole entire life on that number, you will give up. You will. Not even you might give up. You will give up, because that number will fail you every single day. It will. In some way, that number is going to fail you. Whether you think you have lost, more than what it says, or if you gained, or if you stayed the same. That number is going to fail you every day. And if you don't have any other type of measurement before or when you start this journey, you will fail. You will give up. And like I said, that's why I have every single one of my clients take before pictures and measurements. We do measurements as well. And she has lost a ton of inches as well. Clearly, she has lost a ton of inches. I don't even have to tell you the exact inches she has lost, because you can obviously see those in the pictures. But she has lost a ton of inches. She has lost a ton of inches, but not just... Let's just talk about this for a second. Not just numbers. Numbers and pictures. Let's get off the numbers and pictures. Let's get off of that stuff real fast. She has made such progress that I'm so freaking proud of her. Like, I want to put her on a poster board, but I won't. But I want to, I could probably cry right now. Like, I'm actually getting teary because of how freaking proud I am of her. Because she could have gave up. She could have gave up every single day, and she didn't. She hasn't. And the fact that that number on the scale hasn't done what we have wanted it to do, and she keeps pressing forward, and she's getting strong as heck. She's getting so strong. But mentally, she's stronger than ever. She's stronger than ever. Because especially the fact that she won't let that number on the scale ever affect her life. I mean, of course, you kind of... anytime you see that number, you want to be like, oh man, but you snap out of it. You snap out of it and you keep going. That's what she has done. And look at her. Look at her. This journey has just begun for her. Like I said, the journey will never end, because no matter where you get in your life, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be satisfied. If you are, then I don't know what you're trying to do in your life, because even for me, people look at me and think that I'm happy and I'm satisfied with what I'm doing, and I'm not. I have goals. I have things I want to achieve, because when you get to one certain point, whether that's goal weight, whether that's the way you look or you feel, you're going to press on to something new. You're going to press on to some new goal. And so your journey is never over. It's never over. And I just want to get on here, and I wanted to post that because I want people to realize, if you are basing your whole entire fitness and health journey off a number on the scale, then you are wrong. And if your coach that you might have or trainer that you might have is pressing you about the weight, the number on the scale, then tell them to go out the door. It's not right, because there's so many other different types of measurements that we need to be making sure we're doing when we're on this journey. That number on the scales means nothing. It is just a form of measurement. That's it. But I posted this on my Instagram Monday, I forget what day it was, about how the reason that we are so obsessed with the number on the scale is because we have these, let's just call physicians and doctors, who base our whole entire life and our whole entire health journey on that number. So it's embedded in our brains that that number does truly matter. It's embedded in our brain. It's because whenever you go to the doctor, like if she goes to the doctor, because we talked about this, if she goes to the doctor and they see that she hasn't lost any weight, they're going to be on her, right? They're not going to care about how much strength she's building, how many inches she lost, how she's feeling. They're going to be like, you need to lose weight. You need to lose weight. Clearly, We know that, right? We know we need to lose weight, but there's other measurements, and that weight will come. That weight will come off. We're not stuck at that weight. That's just where it is right now. Because her body's adjusting between building the strength and also probably some water retention and just some other gut issues that might be going on. A lot of women don't realize that our bodies go through so much, even on a daily to day aspect. Hormones, your menstrual cycle, stress, gut issues, water retention, which can be a issue because of stress, because of hormones, because of menstrual cycle, because of life. Like everything can affect that, and so your weight can truly just not be like truly accurate depending upon what's going on in your life at that point. But we base everything off of that number because it's embedded in our brain. Because if we go to the doctor, they don't care about muscle, they don't care about fat, they don't care about how much muscle or you're building in the gym, or how much strength, or how much you deadlifted or bench or squat. Do they care? No, they care about that number, and they're going to be like, you need to lose weight. And so I get it, I understand in a way, but that's got to change. It's got to change because we are so obsessed with that number on the scale when it truly doesn't matter. If you are feeling amazing, if you're mentally stronger, if you're physically stronger, if you're just less stress, if you're getting better sleep quality, if you are just overall enjoying life, then why does that number even matter? It doesn't. And so I wanted to hop on here live. I could probably talk for hours and hours, but I won't. But that number of pounds that she lost was 0. If you didn't catch that at the beginning, it was 0 pounds. And I'm just so proud of her. And I mean, truly, truly proud. And I hope you guys just wake up a little bit. I hope this wakes you up. Because if you are not taking any sorts of other measurements besides that number on the scale, like I said earlier, you will fail. You will give up. You will fail. It's just how it is, because it's not accurate. If she can make the difference in those two pictures without those two pictures, in between those two pictures, not losing weight, number on the scale stays the same. And you've probably seen these pictures online. It actually is true. Some of them might be a little bit modified, but it's true. It does happen. And it happens a lot with women. It happens a lot. But if you are truly, truly just measuring your whole life on the number on the scale, you're going to fail. You're going to give up. If your coach that you have that's pushing you to make sure that that number's coming down, you're going to kick them out the door because it's not right. Make sure you're taking other type of measurements, pictures. If you can do body fat percentage, that's great as well, because that's a true accurate of like how much muscle you're putting on, how much fat you've lost, all that good stuff. That's a true. Which I don't have that. That's a true way to measure in a sense, but what body fat thing that you can do at home is accurate as long as you're doing and using the same thing for each measurement or each check-in point. Then you'll be fine. But just remember that though. If you are only basing your whole entire journey, fitness and health journey, off of a number on the scale, you will fail, you will give up. You're not going to get to where you want to go. So just make sure you're doing that. I have all my clients do that. If you ever want to join my team where we take your body and your mind to the next level, please reach out. I'd love to have you. I'd love to teach you the ways and be the last coach you ever have to hire in your entire life. That's my goal with every single one of my clients, is that they don't have to just use me for so long and then move on. I teach them every single thing that they need to know to make this a lifestyle and to be the last coach that they ever have to hire. So if you ever are interested or you want to know more, please reach out to me. I'd love to send you more information on how you can join the team, what's involved on the team, and how we can help get you to where you want to go, but also just make your whole entire life so much better all around, not just weight. Because if this client would come on here, I think she would tell you that her life has changed, even though the number on the scale hasn't. And that's what truly, truly, truly matters, right? That's what matters. Life has changed, but scale hasn't. As long as your life has changed, that's what really matters. So that's what I wanted to hop on here and talk about real fast. Like I said, I could talk for hours and hours and hours, but I also just once again want to reiterate how freaking proud I am of this client. I mean, I got teary earlier in this video. I could probably cry again because I'm just so proud, because she hasn't given up, and she won't give up. She won't, because we have other measurements to define the way we're going, through pictures, through mindset works, through physical strength, through just feeling overall better in life, enjoying life, which is just huge. So I just wanted to hop on here and mention all this, and I hope that you guys realize that that number does not define you, and it should never, ever, ever, ever mean anything to you besides a number on the scale. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. If you have some sunshine wherever you are, make sure you get out and enjoy it. That's what we will be doing this afternoon. That's what we did this morning. Vitamin D will make your life so much better. So make sure you get out and get some vitamin D. If you guys have questions or need any help with anything, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I try to be as what do I want to say? Just as, gosh, I can't even think of the word, but just as helpful as I can. But I need you to reach out. I can't always go finding people who need help. I need you to reach out. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's 2021 now. We've gone through heck the last year. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to reach out. So, hopefully you guys have a great Wednesday, and I hope you guys rewatch this video if you ever need a little bit of motivation, because this client is killing it and will continue to kill it, because we are on the right path to just living life and enjoying life. And that's what our goals are. So have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Share it with anybody. If you can, share it with anybody that you think that might need to hear this. Please share it, share it, share it, share it. And I appreciate you guys being in this group. I just appreciate you all. Every single one of you. I appreciate you. And yeah, have a wonderful day.